With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Let's go. 36, 36.
80 weapon. Hey, zoom.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Throwing on first down. Warner. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. It's Allen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
On the ready.
55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Shoot.
On 3rd down, Warner. Man open, Rice. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Mike 5-5. Mike.
Ready.
To throw on 2nd down, Warner. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
At the 23-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Warner. This one caught left side by Cooper. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Warner. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, Vick. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
52. 52's the mic. Here we go.
A first down carry for Henry. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Flushed out right. His throw caught right around the 6. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Derrick Henry. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I don't think...
And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. A 1-yard touchdown pass, and the Titans have taken the lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes, because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Mike. Hey, Charlie.
Check 55.
Now.
On 1st and 10, Warner. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score.
Set. 15.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
No such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Go.
55.
Get it.
Warner from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ooh, with a juke.
The Titans take over
Come on,
first
baby, let's
and
go.
10
Get it done. Let's go.
at
Let's
their
go.
own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Here's Vick. Henry's got it out on the left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. On first down, Henry. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the 36, Vick buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
We got 4. Hey, Mike 52, Mike.
On 3rd down, Vick. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. On 4th down, Vick dancing to his left. And that is going to be incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, partner, I want to revisit week 1. I got your positive takeaways from the first week of the NFL season. How about the bad stuff?
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit on the Super Bowl celebration in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They have to win some games first, and maybe now that's the best thing that could have happened to them. Maybe they can settle in because that's a good roster. Miami, we suspected it was going to be rough. I don't know that we suspected that bad on opening day. Jacksonville, the defense is supposed to carry this team. They got torched by Kansas City. And Pittsburgh just didn't show up against New England. And I don't think we expected that.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jerry Rice, as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Vick operating on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Vick now forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. A second down throw for Vick. Flush to his right. And right side, Henry's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Again, it's Vick. Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Willie Brown. Well, at some point during this broadcast, we had to bring up the Antonio Brown saga, and that moment is right now. I
got to get your thoughts. I got to get you on the record. What do you think of all this?
Well, when you go back to Oakland and you know about my relationship with the head coach and the general manager there, but putting that aside, one, never would have made the deal for him. I just never saw him as a guy that was going to go from place to place and be the influence that you want in a locker room, and that proved to be true in Oakland. Now he gets a new start, kind of a fresh start, to put it mildly, in New England, and they seem to be all on board with that. But that has to be the one team that can take him, because they have a head coach there that if he doesn't do what the head coach wants, he actually will get rid of him. If he went to another team, they would try and continue to make it work, and that might grind down a team in a locker room, but that won't happen in New England. So if he's still there, that means it's working well. Otherwise, he'll be out of there fast.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Warner. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
SOS. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. SOS. Hey, orbit.
On first down, Warner. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jerry Rice, his second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now here's Vick. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They will indeed go for it. Vick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. But down 2 scores. I guess they felt.
Oh shit, what it do, nigga? What it do?
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Nah, I'm off tomorrow.
As they run up and send this one away.
And of course, they fucking bitch kick it.
This will be taken very
Give me that
short.
corner. Oh.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Oh, nice. I actually didn't see the first part. That's what's up, man.
They'll run it with the 85 MVP, Marcus Allen. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. It's Allen, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yeah, dog, for real. Same.
Now a carry for Allen.
Oh.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Those are some good ones, nigga. Even though, you know, I don't know why you decided to make the last fucking second one so goddamn hard.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side.
How?
It's Allen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I had the
2nd down
first.
play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Down. 60 or 50.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. All day, just like that. Just like that.
From the gun on 3rd down, Warner. And the Redskins do get
fucking
to him.
kidding
He goes
me?
down for a sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
Set up. 60 Pittsburgh.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
5.
1st and 10, Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Hey, high 7.
I got you. I got you. Back you.
On 2nd down, Young again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Go, go. 15 line. 15 line. Good. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
52, by 52. Hey, here we go.
Hit it.
Young looks to throw on 1st down. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Young will set to throw. Now he's forced out left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Bravo.
Here's Steve Young. Eluding the pressure right. And Adams has it complete. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice
Everyone's
pass
thinking it's probably like
down.
Dion or someone. Everyone's saying Dion or Devin Hester or something like that. I'm like, It's interesting to say the least.
Hey, Haywood. Hey. Be ready.
Young now from the 50. And that's complete to Adams. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive
no
rolling.
shit, man.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike 52. Go.
Young on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think
That's why I got a
defense
fucking
on
spy
notice that
Mac.
could be a really frequent combination. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Go.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Now.
Young now. Gonna throw again. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Dancing to his left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will.
Man, it doesn't even matter if it's Mac. This nigga just fucking ridiculous.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Young. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Nah, he's too fucking expensive right now, dude. I want him, but I don't have the coins at the moment.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 1st down throw, Warner. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. To throw again, Warner. He's got his tailback. That's Marcus Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Yeah, Rodgers does look good, though. I mean, I have the best quarterback in the game right now, so I'm straight, essentially.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half, one that's featured no touchdowns.
I need a better left guard, man.
So this job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that
Oh, yeah, he's good. He's still good.
On the draw, here's Allen.
Like, I just don't have the need.
Yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. 50. They were pretty quiet. Go.
On 3rd down, Allen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall.
Oh, get off me.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
when you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run. This is Allen. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now a give right side. It's Allen. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marcus Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Stop your whining. 52's the mark, boy.
Go, go. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Hey. Ready, ready.
Final play of the half, Young.
Here we go again.
Flushed out right.
Dude, that was Shazier, dog. That was Shazier. He almost outran Shazier.
Settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Yeah, dude. They really are. It's like it doesn't even matter that I have like
the Washington offense at
some of the best linebackers in the game.
Played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
52, right 52.
Young to throw it. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
It's a party now.
Now.
Choose the mic. Watch Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
Big grip.
Throwing, Young. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Well, 2nd down throw for Steve Young, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's get off the field.
Bravo.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Young now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Where? Yep. 52. 52's the mic. You're not ready.
Hey, exit. Let's go.
It'll be Young again. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on it man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Young.
Come on.
For a Redskins touchdown. George Kittle there to make the grab. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
Dude, what the fuck?
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hey, Alpha. Steve Griffin.
Now Young. Throw right side, caught by Winslow. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Third down, here's McCaffrey. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there from McCaffrey. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Young to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. With you from the booth, Brandon Gaudin and Charles
I swear to
Davis.
God, am I playing the same guy?
A couple of teams last year that were really pretty similar, both under 500, both missed the playoffs, and they both think that they can turn things.
Wow, I got a free win. I'll take it.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for the Hall of Famer, Marcus Allen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy
Well, I
of the
spun the
40.
wrong way and
First
unnecessarily.
down gain of 26 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run with Allen. Spins away. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, we got 4.
On 2nd down now, it's Allen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
8-3. Go. Hey.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
Hey, Delta.
50. Mike 50. Defense wins championships, man.
Warner from the gun. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Let's go.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
50, plant. Chopper.
I got you, boy.
Get ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Allen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Hey, 2.
50. Mike's 50. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, Mike's 50.
On 2nd down, Warner. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
But no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Warner. And he's going to go down again. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Here we go. Black 20.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the clock.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man is Michael Thomas.
Come on.
That one good for 24 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there. Heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right. That's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
On 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. This is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 57 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On second down, it's Allen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They run on first down with Jackson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Warner. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Brian Dawkins, the safety with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
180.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4 down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Hey, team 6.
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger.
Are you fucking kidding me? Harrison Smith is right there.
15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Joe Hayden there to bring him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go. Like 5.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger, and they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Yeah, get it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Warner. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Check 26. He's crossing. He's checking crack.
Look at me. Go. Shoot.
To throw on 2nd down. Warner under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout. making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Warner to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm going back to you. Hey, Charlie.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Roethlisberger. And a sideline pass that's caught by Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
44. 52. Go. I got 2.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Right back to him on 1st down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jerry Rice, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Warner. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Rock it. Hey, high 7.
From the gun, Warner. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's what.
And the pressure gets to him again. Reggie White, his second sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throw outside, completion to Rice. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Like 80. It's just me and you. Snickers, that's spin. Easy, easy. Back, let's go. Why they touch?
From the 30 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a little bit more.
That's caught at the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And he's in. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The stadium itself might be a bit newer, but it's a rivalry that still burns hot. And here we go, the Battle of the Bay from Santa Clara.
Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Spin.
They start the drive with a give to Allen. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready, 60 Pittsburgh. Five.
Looking to throw on second down. Warner. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Reggie White. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Marcus Allen, who won a Super Bowl MVP with the Raiders. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Steve Young. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
You might be getting tired of seeing me.
They'll try the left side. It's Allen. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll run on 1st down. Allen. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 14 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
To throw on second down. Warner. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football.
Yeah, that's it. I'll catch you later, nigga.